Alright, let me just explain that this video will probably not turn into a series unless there's more demand for it. And if you guys are interested in watching more content like this, then leave suggestions down below and I will probably cover them in the future. Anyways, onto the video. So a while ago I was watching Stranger Things and I noticed that in 2 of the episodes I had seen something strange, pardon the pun, but also very familiar. And as it turns out, in Chapter 4, Will the Wise, and Chapter 5, Dig Dug, I had seen something that I happened to own in my own collection. Now the Sony TCM37V is the Walkman that Nancy uses throughout the show, at least in these 2 episodes. But there's one thing that's for sure with this Walkman, and it was definitely not produced in '84 when the show is currently taking place in season 2. Now as you can see from the photos that I got from the show and from my Walkman, they are virtually identical because I believe they are the same model. Now there is one without the flat mic, but in the show you can clearly see that there is a flat mic, and the Q marker is also there along with the orange pause slider. With the rest of it being black, these are really easy identifiers to see, but I believe that this model was released in '89 or early '90. It is not accurate timeline wise, and I thought they would take more consideration when using props like this. Now, I couldn't find any proper identification verifying when this model was made, but I do know that this was not made in 1984. This is simply just too new of a model. I tried looking online to find any sort of paperwork or service manuals for this model, but I couldn't really find any. I did find some other similar models though, and they are the predecessors to this one. And you can clearly see by their design that this one is much more modern looking compared to the other one, and the one after it looks more of a curved 90s type of design. So really I'm just trying to compare and explain that the Walkman that they used was simply too new to be used in the show. And the last one that I have here, which is a General Electric, it makes it more time appropriate, and it seems something more likely that they would use in the show. So basically, they used the wrong prop in the wrong time period, but it still is quite a nice design, so I don't blame them for that. So that pretty much wraps up this episode. I don't really know what to call this if it were to become a series, but if you guys do have any suggestions, please leave them below and I will take them into consideration, because this is quite an interesting subject to go into to see how shows use different props and see whether or not we can debunk them based on how much they care about being time appropriate or not. And as always, thanks for watching.